Just because you are older does not mean I'm going to allow you to disrespect me. Let's get down to it. Generational curses. So growing up, we were always taught to respect our elders. Though whenever we try to explain ourselves, anyone in general who is much older than you, I feel like when it came to speaking our truth, we were to be silenced because it would be considered being disrespectful. And I feel like this is something that has definitely got to change. We are going to be cutting generational curses here. In my house, I teach my children to always speak up about how they feel. To me, there's a huge difference between talking back and speaking up for yourself and expressing how you're feeling. There are many elders who I know feel like because they are older, we have to silence ourselves and we cannot express how we feel or speak up about how they made us feel. I feel that is extremely wrong and that we all have a right to speak up about how we feel. There are many elders that I feel are very unhealed and that are so accustomed to the old ways. I feel that they use that authority to sort of win over us younger generation, and I feel like it's a way for them to not look into themselves deeply and have awareness of how they are as a person. There are many times that I myself have gotten into disagreements because I chose not to be silenced. I felt that, okay, you're making me feel this way, so I'm going to speak up about that. Or, okay, you're wrong about this, and I'm going to speak my truth. So this is how it is. And because they don't like that, and because that rubs them the wrong way, they come at me with, okay, you're being disrespectful now. No, definitely not. If you make me feel a certain way, I am for sure going to speak up about it. And if you can't see the fault in your wrongdoings, then that's a you problem. That's something that you have to heal. This is why these generational curses have to be cut immediately, because if we don't, it's going to keep going down to our children, through us. And I'm grateful that I have this awareness now. This has always been of an importance to me because I feel like nobody should be silenced. And I guess that's why growing up, I was known as the rebellious one. But in reality, I always wanted to speak my truth and speak up how I feel. And many times I feel that was always misunderstood. A perfect example would be one of my elderly family members gossiping about me or someone in my generation, and us going up to them and being like, okay, you couldn't do that because this is how it makes me feel. This is wrong. And them coming back with like, okay, no, you're being disrespectful. I get to say whatever I want to say, and that's just how it is. You're not going to feel a certain way. You're not going to tell me I'm wrong. Like, you're wrong for that. And just totally disregarding how I feel. There's no looking at their actions or kind of seeing where they went wrong in any of this. I feel like in these types of situations, people tend to stay away from those who make them feel inferior, and that is how they keep their peace. In my immediate family, with my mom, my dad, my siblings, my children, I always tell them, if there's ever a time where any of us makes each other feel a certain way, we have to promise that we're going to talk about it. Nobody's going to get defensive. Nobody's going to fight over it. We're going to solve our differences. And I feel like this is the only way to grow as a family. Awareness is so important to me. And I feel like when you have that, especially in a family, that's what keeps your bond so strong. That's what keeps the love alive. Is that when you have differences, you're able to come together and talk it out. You feel so much better afterward. With my siblings and I, we would have huge differences, and it's like, okay, when we come together and we talk about it and how we make each other feel, we're able to look at ourselves and be like, okay, wow, I need to step back and evaluate how I've been as a person. I need to look at my actions. I didn't realize what I was doing was making you feel that way. I'm glad that you were honest to me about it, and it's something that I'm going to work on because I don't want to make you feel that way. That is not who I am, and that was not my intentions. I feel that this is the way to go in any family setting, and if you truly do value and love your family and all your loved ones that you're around, talk about it, because it is definitely not worth it to sweep things under the rug and just have everybody walk around unhealed and tension, especially the next time we see one another. It's not a great feeling. This is something that we must teach our children, because when they grow up, this will be very beneficial to them. And I feel like they can depend on one another. In my extended family, we are so close. My cousins, my aunts, my uncles, now my cousins' children, we're all very close, because you got your immediate family, which is your parents and your siblings, but then you have also your cousins, your aunts and your uncles. And then that's when everybody's like tends to like shy away from each other. But in my family, we're all so close, down to our children who are second cousins, and they feel like they're siblings. And I feel like when you have that, it's such a great bond. And it's just a great feeling to know that you are backed by so many and loved by so many people. So that's pretty much it. Talk it out. If you feel that your bond is so strong to ever be broken or for you to lose that relationship with someone, really do talk it out because it's so worth it. It's so worth it when you both understand one another and you're able to express how you both make each other feel. You're able to navigate as a person and how you treat others. So speak up, guys. It's the only way you're going to express what's inside. We're all healing together, and that's something that we must all know. We're all on different levels of healing. The only way is to communicate.